Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor. We are back in the Ambarûl, for the expansion. We need to go back to Iridír, but first there are a couple more things we can do around these marshes. Just a few at least. I had to start recording this episode immediately after the previous one, not that I mind. But as soon as I ended recording, I was attacked by a fly. And so standing in there, this is not as good a place to wait as I thought initially. So, just something to mention. As I said, it's not something that I particularly mind. I'm enjoying the expansion, having a long session of sorts where I can record multiple episodes is always good to keep things moving. This trap is empty. And I don't see any more places for traps. I mean... Okay, there is another trap in here. Okay, collected frogs, branches, relic, seed pot, oyster spots. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't remember when was the last time that I really stopped to admire the landscape. Maybe the Shield Isles, but it feels like it was longer than that. There are new good oysters here. Another frog trap, okay. I wonder, does the result of each one of these traps and oyster clusters is predetermined or is it random? Because it sure feels like it is predetermined to me, like the game already knows which traps will have content and which ones won't. But I've never been sure with this kind of quests. This trap is empty. Because it also feels like you get one with frogs, one empty. No, my theory has just been debunked. Empty trap. What about this one? Okay, so that's it for the frogs. Still need to collect a couple more oysters. Garlic swimming looks adorable. Friggin' adorable. Okay, that's it for the oysters as well. An old family recipe. Eshadur. The trade goods. The second fishing spot, the oysters, the frogs, the scorpions. Okay. Ah, the Ordâkhai encampment, yeah. Yeah, we were at that camp not long ago. Seems we need to go back. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know the map at all, so I'm just trying to decide blindly where would be best to go next. Alright, this is the second fishing spot. Not sure if we have already passed through this place. But there we go. So, just need to catch one. Unlike what happened on the other one. Tilapia. Cool. Love tilapia. And the third fishing spot. I don't see it. Oh boy, I already see it so far away. Ah, yeah, we had already been through this spot. I think we had already passed through that bridge. I mean, this is the place, but Ordâkhai remnants gather at Omboha, northeast of Iridír. And now I just need to grab a couple of these guys. And hopefully not die. Then again, as mentioned before, it's always funny when somebody else is doing this without the landscape difficulty. Helps a lot. I'm not sure if I had already mentioned this. I've been thinking what to do when I max out the Paths of Valor with Beriathan, which is still lots of weeks away, but will happen at some point. Like, will I drop the landscape difficulty since the rep is maxed out, or what will I do exactly? I would still love to barter for some emotes and stuff like that. And afterwards, I think I might keep it if I want to grind that faction with some other characters that I don't see myself using the landscape difficulty with. I don't know.
While Rahâzi and I fought the soldiers here, some of the men broke away from the rest of the group and fled.
And fled to the north. Rahâzi chased them, but we should hurry after her and ensure she has not fallen victim for a trap set by the cunning Ordâkhai. Oh boy. Yeah, I think I made the wrong choices before. I definitely should have left Iridír to the west, because as you see here, the epic is taking us through many of the locations that we visited on the last episode. Would have been nice to know. So at least when I start doing this content with my other characters, at least I would know where to go first. Okay, she caught them. As you approach, you see that Rahâzi defeated the warriors she pursued.
I am fine. These men were no match for me.
We should search their bodies and take their weapons. They may have items among their belongings that help us prevent further attacks upon my people. A map to other of their encampments will be the most welcome of all. Stupid heart. Stop it. Die. Die already. Die. Oh, come on. Die! So you were saying, yeah, pick their weapons and see what else we can find. Stupid heart. What steed is that? That looks to be from the Angmar Reborn storyline. At least some pieces of it. I'm not sure if all of it, but it seems it is. Really fine outfits. Now, you don't mind? I'm trying to take a picture. Of Rahâzi here because, well, I'm liking her character quite a lot, and I think there will be more to her as we progress through the epic, the storyline, so thank you, you're so kind. So, there we go. On the body of the slain warrior, you find a token of the Church of the Old Saying. The weapon bears sign of use in many battles, but the blood on the blade is dry.
See the cuts and scrapes on this weapon? This soldier of Ordâkhai has been involved in many battles.
Perhaps even in Iridír itself. He may have fled from my mother and her warriors, even as he fled from me and from Surdûsha today. But no longer. He landed no blow upon me when he turned to fight. See how dry is the blood upon the blade? This sigil is a token of Barkush, the Dark Lord who is no more. It is one more sign that the Ordâkhai have no honor, and without the fell magic of their Dreadmaster they have no future either. At least, not in Ambarûl. We should search the wooded grove to the north and ensure no others of the Ordâkhai hide within. Last time I was here there weren't, but we'll see. I'm guessing we will be talking to Xanthar again. I don't think he would let any Ordâkhai trespass this grove. An elf warden stands watch within the grove of Arwáth.
I heard sounds of fighting without the grove. What's the danger? Has it dispersed?
You tell the elf that a warrior from the nearby village defeated a number of Ordâkhai soldiers beyond the rings of trees, and the danger has passed. He contemplates your words and nods slowly. So often that is the way for the Ava of our Kintai. He says to you, we struggle to maintain our wooded groves in a land that was once fair, but they remain shrinking oases as dearth and danger press in on all sides. I am Xanthar and I count myself among the Kintai wandering elves who settled in this fertile country of forests and wetlands long ago. We are fewer in number now, and we who remain tend our homes as the lands around them fail. You ask Xanthar if he lives in this grove by himself, and he smiles sadly. The Kintai have no interest in departing the circles of the world, as I have heard other elves may. When my people reach old age, they become untethered in spirit. They begin to fade, and in time they belong to the natural world. Some even now remain in this grove, and if you listen beneath the scarlet leaves of the Surdûsha trees, you might hear them. Like one of these trees? You hear the rustling of leaves and feel a light breeze on your skin, but that is all.
Could you feel the presence of my people that dwell here in Arwáth, though their bodies have long since faded?
You admit to Xanthar that you did not, and he smiles with understanding. Even I do not always feel them near, friend, but it is a comfort to know they remain in this Middle Earth. To depart from this land seems to me, and to others of the Kintai, frightening and unnatural, a terrible and unknowable afterlife. That road is close to us and we are glad of it. If you would give to the warrior who remains outside Arwáth the thanks of Warden Xanthar and the fated Kintai who dwell here, I would be grateful. I am not without my defenses, but I have not been required to make use of them for some years. Yeah, that does answer the question, what Xanthar kind of suggested on the previous episode about his elders that have faded. And thinking about it, it does make sense because these don't seem to be, well, they are not of the Eldar, as Xanthar himself said. So they never traveled to Valinor. So it makes sense that even now, some of them wouldn't leave Middle-earth, as they are too fond of the land that has been their home for always. And now we see that their spirits remain even if their bodies do not.
The grove is inhabited by an elf warden? How interesting. It is quite rare to encounter one of the Kintai.
For they concern themselves mainly with their groves and do not venture from them without great need. If the Ordâkhai located the elf within Arwáth, they would have slain him easily. He is fortunate we came here. Rahâzi surveys the grove and then turns to face in the direction of Iridír. You have proven yourself a help to me, stranger. Perhaps it is time you tell me your name.
We have done well today. Are you ready to return to my mother with word of our triumph?
We have done well today, Beriathan. With our actions and those of Surdûsha, we have protected my home and the elf of this grove from the Ordâkhai remnant in Ambarûl. Are you ready to return to my mother with word of our triumph? Tell me when you wish to return to Iridír, and we will make the journey together. Cool. So?
Let us return to Iridír and speak of our success to my mother.
Great. Is this an instance or just a swift travel?
My mother will be impressed by our successes when we arrive back at Iridír.
Something feels very fishy about this. Quiet. There it is again, the sound of voices. More of the Ordâkhai have come in search of their fellows, and now they seek to surprise us. Let us teach them to fear the defenders of this land.
For Ambarûl and for Iridír!
More? More coming? Yeah. Okay, I see the next group of foes up ahead. The raider does have its uses, of course. My DPS is not high enough in blue line to defeat them before Surdûsha and Rahâzi come, but at least I can help as much as I can. What was that?
What is that? That sounded like the roar of a great bear, such as Ambarûl has never seen.
Great bear, you say? Oh boy. Do you know what terrible creature makes this sound, Beriathan? Your eyes tell me that you do. Hurriedly, you advise Rahâzi and Surdûsha to take defensive stances and prepare once again for battle. Yeah, there you are. What are you doing here?
Are we now safe?
I don't know. I don't like it. I still don't like it.
The bear returns!
You want some? Again? And there she goes.
Stay on guard! Here it comes again!
I'm not afraid of you. You better run again. Or if you're gonna stay, you better stay till the end.
Is there no end to its rage?
Húrshauk. Rothog, well, that is a timely arrival, I guess. I guess even Tatháta would have some apprehension of fighting Rothog on her own. Plus me. We already shown we are quite a warrior, so yeah, you better run. What caused Tatháta to attack you, Beriathan? She and I have faced each other in battle before, and when I tell you she is a deadly opponent, you can believe me. Ours was a friendly competition, and it came to a draw, but in return she made a gift to me of Húrshauk here. I did not plan to bring Húrshauk with me on this adventure, but he has grown so large and so ferocious that no one at Ambarûl dares to approach him without me. We could delay no longer, so my good friend accompanies me. That will not be a problem. Khôltekh huffs, drawing your attention from Rothog's lion. A number of difficulties threatened to delay us too long, Beriathan, and it was decided we could wait no longer. The caravan driver and the warehouse master suffered our displeasure for the obstacles they placed in our way, and they will suffer even more in the days ahead, for Harmelech has a mind for punishment. At last we set out, and it would appear we arrived at a fortunate time. Who are these warrior women, and can we count them friends to Umbar and to the kindred of the coins?
We are the Dumuri, the daughters of Iridír, and we oppose the empire of Ordâkhai.
You will find no friend of Ordâkhai in our company, warrior of the Dumuri. We of the kindred of the coins pursue traitors that fled into this land. Once we find them, we will return to Umbar and trouble you no longer.
My mother Girhâzi rules in Iridír. She must decide if you are welcome here.
I will hurry on to Iridír with Surdûsha and tell my mother about these newcomers, Beriathan. If they are friends of yours, I believe she will give them leave to move freely within Ambarûl. One more thing, Beriathan, before we follow those warriors to their village and meet with their chief. I think it will be best not to mention that Tatháta is a member of the kindred of the coins. She currently works at cross purpose to us, and while she may not be allied with Azagath, neither does she work to help us. It can give us no advantage to tell the people of this land that she is a member of Umbar's ruling council. Now let us proceed. We have traders to find and a mission to complete, and I do not like to spend this long away from my city and away from my other endeavors. Well, let's see what happens now because, well, you know how I feel about Khôltekh, I'm not gonna repeat myself.
We have finished speaking with the leader of the settlement, the woman, Girhâzi.
If she possesses wisdom, she will aid us in our mission. If she does not, Khôltekh leaves the rest unsaid. She asks to speak with you. I need not remind you that secrecy is an advantage and you should keep hidden the details of our dual purposes. The less you say to her of Azagath or Balakhâd, the better. Say only what you must and perhaps she will volunteer useful information to you without learning anything that might prove detrimental to us or to Umbar.
There is much to be done, and few are hands by which to do it.
Thank you, Beriathan. I have earned some coins since arriving in Iridír. I will share them with you. I will also mark an entry in my records for the Khôltekh.
I should spare a moment.
On my return to Iridír, I visited an apothecary and acquired an herb poultice for the deer's wound. I can manage the collection of water here in the village. I cannot, however, leave my post long enough to get food for the deer. I learned that this type of deer enjoys a certain berry that grows along the banks of the river. The berries can be found where the water collects before forming a waterfall east and north of here. Can you gather berries to feed the deer? Alright. Girhâzi eyes you warily as you approach.
Rahâzi speaks highly of the courage you displayed when you faced the Great Bear. For that, you have my thanks.
Both as the chieftain of Iridír and as a mother, each are grateful you stood alongside Rahâzi against the terrible beast. While you were gone, the man Belondor told me your group pursued two of the ruling class that betrayed his city. Their betrayal must have cut deep to earn the enmity of so many members of the kindred of the coins. Why else would half the bodies remain in number past the Umbari wall at my border in pursuit of them? I think Belondor speaks honest words, or at least he believes what he says to be truthful. The dwarf and the half-troll seem more guarded, and speak less freely. Which of these voices holds more sway within the kindred of the coins, and who do they truly serve? The memories of the Shagani people are long, and we Kurvani who live along the river have learned to distrust such as they. It will take some proving to unlearn those lessons, even if they and we share a common enemy in Ordâkhai.
I have given the members of your traveling company a number of tasks to complete that will prove their friendship to the Ikhorban.
Speak to them around the village, and you will see that these tasks are not for the benefit of Iridír alone, but will also serve you well on your own mission. As for you, Beriathan, I would ask that you scout the eastern side of the Rockweight, the crossing in the Ikhorban River by the camp of Suru to the south. The Ordâkhai fled that way when we reclaimed Iridír, but they might threaten to return if it is not watched.
You return from your task. Do you bring evidence of your deeds?
You hand Girhâzi the trinkets taken from the defeated Ordâkhai. She looks them over briefly and you see a genuine smile. It is good to have you here. In Ambarûl, we do not have enough friends in other lands. We will need them if we are to survive. Thank you.
If you wish to help us hold Iridír, you should head south to the riverfront.
There, you will find the Dumuri archers protecting the city from the Ordâkhai in Eshadur. Talk to the captain, Dalagin, and see if she requires anything. Alrighty. We also have a couple more quests to complete in here, and a couple extra things to do as well.
Life is always a struggle in Shagana.
There you are. I was about to start marshalling a search party. Where is Agalunu? You tell Kalkharada that her sister is injured but okay, and that an elf of the Kintai is looking out for her. Kalkharada's jaw drops. Surely you jest. Nobody has seen a Kintai in ages. Oh, Agalunu, this is what she gets for not being properly afraid of things. You have my thanks for finding her. Let me check the cosmetics. Oh. Yeah, the medium boots look quite nice. I wouldn't take them yet because I don't want to miss my set bonus, and this still looks more DPS to me anyway.
The warrior woman who rules this village knows strength when she sees it before her.
She has challenged Rothog to slay Ordâkhai at their encampment across the river to the southwest, from where they might threaten her people. She says that place was called Eshadur. I told her it will be done, quickly and well. My Kopeshes hunger for the blood of Ordâkhai, for they tasted it during the Seastone Mutiny, and it has been too long since they drank their fill. Húrshauk too will rejoice to be set loose within the encampment, but he will have to move with speed if he thinks to outpace his master. Yeah, again, I do like Rothog's straightforwardness, even though I also have my own reserves. Sigaleth and Korudan, there you are, guys. And you are the one asking for...
It is a new day.
Yeah, the family recipe, Belondor and Sirgan.
Girhâzi assigned to each member of the company a task.
By which... Assigned each member of the company a task by which they might prove they are friends to Iridír, but she gave me no such challenge. What am I supposed to do while everyone else proves their worth, Beriathan? I cannot simply wait for everyone to complete their tasks. I have spoken already with Sirgan, and the two of us will scout the southeastern road that leads out of Ambarûl. You are welcome to come with us and see if Azagath and Nakasi took that road. Perhaps we will find them and shorten the duration of our journey, bringing about an unexpected but satisfying conclusion while it has still just begun. That would be nice, but unlikely.
I wanted first to speak to you about another matter.
I have agreed to help my brother with the task given to him by the ruler of Iridír, Beriathan, but I wanted first to speak to you about another matter. I heard from the Dumuri warrior Surdûsha that you and her friend Rahâzi protected the life of an elf warden in the northern reaches of Ambarûl. Is it true? You described your meeting with the elf warden Shanthar at the grove of Arwáth, and what he said to you about his people, the Kintai. I would be most interested to learn more about the Kintai. Did he say others of his kind live along the Ikorban River? Perhaps we will encounter more of them as we continue our journey?
The ruler of Iridír tasked me and my sister with collecting stingers from the scorpions that lurk outside the village.
Or across the river to the southwest. It seems such stingers can be put to a number of medicinal uses by the Ikorbani, and Girhâzi desires to restock their supply. She cautioned us that the creatures possess possess great reserves of patience. They may lie in wait for hours, hidden from careless observation, and strike without any warning. Despite the danger, we are of course willing to help. Where else do we go? We need to find Khôltekh, we need to turn a couple more quests. And the layout of this village is a little confusing.
Today is a good day.
6 frogs is not bad. That is 12 legs after all. Thank you, Beriathan, you are very kind.
Ashtel Gur, stranger.
Ah, look at these beautiful oysters. Thank you for gathering them. It was easy, yes? Cool, yeah. What do we have here? Ah, completed gathering oysters. We have completed Tales of Ambarûl. So we have a new title, some virtue XP. Let us check this. We have a couple new deeds as well. We have already completed 30 quests. Doesn't seem like it, but we have. You have done much to aid the peoples of Ambarûl. And... okay, Tales of the Ecorban Valley. This is a wrapper. Okay. And Tales of Ambarûl, we have a Renewer of Ambarûl. We need to complete the Slayer and the Explorer deeds, of course. Already know the drill. Where is Khôltekh, I wonder? I don't see him at all. Ah, there he is, my bad.
You expected me to chafe against the task assigned to me by the chieftain of Iridír? No, I will not.
For I understand the reasoning that lies behind it. Girhâzi tests whether the kindred of the coins will respond to her own needs, or if we seek only to do what personally benefits each of us. This is something with which I am familiar, for I have conducted similar tests of my own to assess the loyalty of those who serve me and my various interests. Girhâzi is troubled by brigands to the southeast of Iridír at a place named Noon. It will be advantageous to us to help her with this problem, and we can also keep open our eyes when there we venture. If Balakhâd or his potential helper Saduk come his way, they might be hiding among the brigands. Do you see how completing Girhâzi's task might help us with our own? So yeah, we need to help them all with their different tasks. Which one can we get started? Maybe the deer. I think we can do the deer. Yeah, been a while since last I used the torch. Why not? Okay, here we have the berries. Let's see. Nope, this is not gonna work. How many of these berries do we need? 15. Okay. It's gonna take a while. Of course. If you wanna fight, I'm gonna give you a fight. All right. Urashtar. Yeah, I think this portal does take us to the desert. I don't know, one part of me wants to make sure of it. Another part of me doesn't want to go to the desert if we are not meant to go there yet. But I think the curiosity is gonna get the best of me. We have technically already been sent here with these quests from the berries. I mean, you cannot ask us not to explore and feel some curiosity. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, the Fane of the Accursed. This is an instance. Alright, this is the entrance to the instance, so hopefully we will get a quest that will send us here at some point. So everything I said about this place on the previous episode has been just rebuked. This is not the entrance to a possible future area that's sealed. This is not the connection to the desert. This is just the instance. Boy. I should have tried to do this sooner. Now, I still have the impression there should be a treasure cache right next to this waterfall. They have done this very same thing before. So on one hand, you would expect it, and maybe they won't do it this time because we already expect it. On the other hand, it's such a good place to hide stuff that there's a possibility was worth trying out anyway. Don't see anything. These reeds are too big. I don't see anything. I don't know where I'm going. I can't see. Come on. These roots are huge as well. Okay, deliver the wild berries to Rahâzi at Iridír. Yeah, I think we're gonna go back to Iridír, turn in this quest, and leave the epic for the next one.
Do you have need of something?
They smell delicious. I asked the people of Iridír if the berries are edible. They suggested we not eat them. They use the berries only in times of illness and claim there are undesirable effects when used. For the deer, they are part of their diet. If you are willing, I have another request.
Do you have need of something?
My father lost his arm when he refused to give Domok Umun, a cruel Ordâkhai warlord who took limbs, eyes and tongues from those he deemed insolent, a shipment of grain bound for a different settlement. Umun took my father's sword as a final insult. Fate shines on me, friend. Domok Umun lit an encampment of Ordâkhai threatening Iridír. Still, fate is cruel. I am not a capable enough warrior to face such a foe. His encampment is small, just north of the waterfall source where you collected the berries. I feel shame in asking, could you confront the warlord and recover my father's sword? Well, I am not... I don't think I will be returning to this section of the map. So better do it now. And I think we have just enough time to do that. Now, the question is your father the armless guy that we found in here? In Burukiri? Was it Burukiri? No. Mehetur, no. In here. Ekagar. Well, you know the guy. The only lefty in LOTRO that, for some reason, lost his arm and became a righty because, well, he cannot use the left hand anymore. I think that's what annoyed me the most about that. The first lefty that we meet, and he can no longer be a lefty, so... He is a lefty, but he isn't. So please give us another lefty. If you don't mind. Friend relic of Ikorban. Yeah, friend. Okay. Now I think we saw Domok Umun last time we were here, or the first time we were here rather. In any case, I think we faced him. The camp has just been cleaned, wiped. But let's see. Come on. Of course, we're gonna be thankful to Milriel. And if I remember correctly, Domok Umun is just right around the corner. Or maybe I was wrong? I don't know. I mean, we still need to defeat so many of these guys. Oh boy. Please stop. Yeah, that was close, but not so close. Now that I come to think of it, shouldn't there be a treasure cache around this camp? Ordâkhai Dolo, Ordâkhai Sentry. Where is what was the guy name again? Umun? Domok Umun. I don't know, I have a feeling. Oh, shouldn't have made this jump. Guess we gotta get up again. I thought the cat keeper was just running away, not looking for a body. Oh, come on. There we go, thank you. I don't see... I mean, where is he supposed to be? Let me double check from up above. Warrior, Sentry, Champion, Dolo. Further up? Is that what it is? Damok Umun. Okay, there we go. You sure like to play hard to find. Oops. Ended up pulling a couple more guys. That was not my intention. But it does help with the life taps, I guess. Recovered Rahâzi's sword and Damok Umun defeated. So I guess we can go back to Iridír. And talk to Rahâzi. This?
Might you spare a moment?
This is my father's sword? You found Umun and defeated him? Rahâzi's eyes well with tears. My father is avenged. This is a step on the path to restoring his name. I do not know if I can ever repay you for this. You must think me a coward. Please take this small reward for what you have done. I must write this event into my journal. Okay, now I remember now. Rahâzi has told us some things about his father. Not the full story, but I don't think then he is the guy at the farm. No, those are two different guys. Well, sorry that your father lost his arm, I guess.
Do you have need of something?
Okay, Rahâzi is gonna give us a new quest, but maybe this one looks to be a little bit longer than what we can afford today. So I think we're gonna leave it in here, and we'll see what he has to say on the next one. For the time being, though, this has been all on today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.